Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. The call that shook Atlanta. Kim Zolciak sat on the marble floor of her nearly foreclosed Georgia mansion, her acrylic nails tapping against her wine glass as silence echoed louder than any argument. The Bravo cameras had long stopped rolling, but the drama of her life never did. Her divorce from Croy Bierman was turning into a made-for-TV meltdown, custody battles, financial ruin, accusations flying like designer handbags in a Real Housewives reunion. But none of it compared to what happened on a quiet Tuesday morning. Kimberly? The voice on the other end of the line crackled with the hesitation of years lost. She dropped the glass. "Mom?" Kim choked, barely recognizing the voice of her estranged mother, Karen, the same woman who had been banned from her wedding, who once tried to call the cops on her during a family fight. "I heard about the divorce. Are you okay?" Karen's voice cracked. Kim's fake lashes fluttered as tears threatened to fall. After 10 years of silence, her mother had finally called. Bad blood and bedazzled memories. Flashback to 2011. The grand wedding, the cameras, the Swarovski crystals, and the eviction of Karen from her daughter's big day after a screaming match over bathroom access. It was a moment so outrageous it aired unedited. "You embarrassed me in front of my Bravo family," Kim had screamed back then, her voice shrill enough to break glass. Or Karen's heart. Since that day, Kim had cut her mother off completely. But now, amid a bankruptcy scandal, a crumbling marriage, and a broken family, the silence was louder than the drama. "I need to see you," Karen said. The words felt heavier than the ring Kim had recently pawned to pay for Brielle's lip injections. Reunion at Rosewood. They agreed to meet at Rosewood, a quiet tea house north of Atlanta. No cameras, no glam squads. Kim showed up in a distressed Balenciaga hoodie, Gucci slides, and minimal makeup. For the first time in forever, she looked almost normal. Karen was already seated, nervously stirring sugar into her tea. They stared at each other, the tension as thick as Kim's old wigs. "You look thinner," Karen said carefully. Kim smirked. "Ozempic," she muttered. "Everyone in Hollywood's on it." Karen blinked. There were 1,000 things unsaid between them. The wedding fight, the years of tabloid fodder, Kim's financial meltdown, Karen's silence. But they started with tea. Tears in the teacups. Over lemon scones and lavender Earl Grey, they began to chip away at the glacier between them. "I was hurt," Karen admitted, "not just about the wedding, about everything. You chose fame over family." Kim rolled her eyes. "I chose me. And let's not pretend you were some angel. You sold stories to the press." Karen's eyes watered. "I didn't know how else to reach you." The rawness between them stripped away the glam. They weren't reality stars today. They were just mother and daughter, both lost, both hurting. "I miss my grandkids," Karen whispered. And Kim, for once, didn't respond with venom. Divorce and dirty laundry. Kim's divorce was spiraling. Croy had filed emergency documents for full custody of their 4 minor children. He claimed Kim was unstable, gambling away family money, and spending hours locked in the bathroom with her vape and wine. "I lost myself in that marriage," Kim confessed to Karen. "I became a version of me that only looked good on camera." Karen nodded. "And off camera?" Kim's eyes filled with tears. "Off camera, I was dying." For the first time, Karen reached across the table and held her daughter's hand. "You're not dying," she said. "You're waking up." Brielle and bitterness. The next challenge was Brielle. At 27, Brielle Bierman was more of a bestie than a daughter. She had inherited Kim's pout, her penchant for perfection, and unfortunately, her poor financial instincts. "Grandma wants to come over," Brielle scoffed when Kim told her. "After all these years, nah, pass. Kim sighed. It's not about us anymore. It's about healing. But Brielle wasn't ready to forgive. You always said she was toxic. Now she's family again because Croy bailed on you? Kim had no defense, but deep inside, she knew this reunion wasn't about desperation. It was survival. The surprise visit. A week later, Karen showed up at Kim's mansion with a pie and a prayer. KJ, the oldest of Kim's 4 younger kids, opened the door. "Who are you?" Karen blinked. "I'm your grandmother." The kids had only heard of her through whispered fights or occasional tabloid rants, but they were curious. Slowly, one by one, they gathered in the kitchen. Karen told them stories about Kim's childhood, her obsession with Barbie, her teenage defiance, her dreams of singing. They laughed. Even Kim. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. A Bravo-backed bombshell. Word got out. TMZ broke the story first. Kim Zolciak reunites with estranged mom amid divorce chaos. Could a reality show be next? Andy Cohen called. "We want you both on Watch What Happens Live. America loves a redemption arc." Kim was tempted. The paycheck was generous and the narrative delicious. But Karen refused. "This time, it's not for TV. It's for us." Kim hesitated and then agreed. For once, she wouldn't exploit the pain. She would live it, heal it. But the cameras weren't far behind. Facing Croy. Croy wasn't thrilled about Karen's return. "She manipulated you your whole life. Now she's back when we're at our lowest?" Kim shot back. Maybe because she knows what hitting rock bottom looks like. They were both unrecognizable now. Bitter, broke, broken. Once a picture-perfect couple on Don't Be Tardy, they were now 2 legal adversaries throwing depositions like daggers. Karen, meanwhile, stood quietly in the background, offering her daughter something no judge could decree: unconditional support. The letter. One morning, Kim found a handwritten letter on her kitchen island. It was from Karen. "Kimberly, I know I wasn't the mother you needed when the camera started rolling. I was scared of losing you to fame, of not being enough. But I'm here now, not for the show, not for the drama, for you. Love, Mom." Kim cried harder than she had in years. Not from pain, but from hope. The rebuilding. Slowly, the pieces came back together. Kim began attending therapy. She started selling off unnecessary designer items to pay down debt. She focused on the kids. She stopped posting filtered Instagram selfies and started sharing raw, unfiltered moments. Karen was there for all of it. Cooking Sunday dinners, driving the kids to school, sitting silently beside Kim during court hearings. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't televised, but it was healing. A new beginning. 6 months later, Kim stood at a backyard barbecue with Karen, Brielle, and the kids. Croy was gone, the marriage was officially over, the show was canceled. But for the first time in a decade, Kim Zolciak wasn't acting. She was living. And maybe, just maybe, the greatest comeback wasn't a new show or a new man. It was a healed heart. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates.